Cleveland Cavaliers, guys. They became just the 8th team in NBA history to start the season 12-0 after earning a hard-fought 119-113 win over the Chicago Bulls on Monday night. They're undefeated. They're sitting pretty at 12-0. So, Perk, how likely do you think it is for your former team, the Celtics and Cavs, to face off in the Eastern Conference Finals?
It's very likely, Molly. This team is the real deal. They check all boxes. If you want bigs, they have that in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. And the great thing about that is we always wondered last year, could they coexist? And the answer right now is hell yeah, because Evan Mobley been in the lab. He's shooting 50% from the three right now, which is a huge plus because now you can keep both of those guys on the floor. Another level of concern that we had for the Cavs last season, could Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland coexist? And the answer is hell yeah, they can. Now we're watching Donovan Mitchell become more of a leader. He wasn't bought in last season because him and Bickerstaff didn't see eye to eye. Now all of a sudden you have Kenny Atkinson who has completely unlocked this Cavs group. And look, they get Max Strus back. You got Karis LeVert coming in off the bench. You have a veteran leader. Let me remind y'all how important veteran leaders are, because a lot of these guys, a lot of these teams don't want to go pay the 2.4, 2.5 million to have a vet sitting on the bench so they could be an extension of the coach, and Tristan Thompson, who's going to hold the locker room together. So when I look at this Cavs and I look at how the Knicks are looking right now, especially with the depleted roster with the injuries of missing Mitchell Robinson, Cam Payne, and Precious Achiuwa, and how horrible the Bucks look, they're trying to trade people right now. They're making phone calls. They know they ain't destined for nothing. Yes, the Cavs right now are the biggest threat in my eyes to the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference.
I agree with everything you said, Perk. They have 6 guys averaging double figures. That backcourt is dynamic. Mitch averaging 24, Garland averaging 20, and you mentioned those 2 bigs that protect the paint. You're not getting any easy buckets inside. We know Evan Mobley. He's an 18.5 and 9 rebound guy. Jared Allen is basically a double-double guy. They have it all. You're absolutely right. This team is legit. I was concerned about some of the same things that you said last year because it seemed like Garland played a lot better when Donovan Mitchell wasn't on the floor. It seems like he was like, all right, Mitch, you're the superior player. You go ahead and do your thing. I'll sit by here idly and watch you do your thing. Now they're playing together. Both of those guys can go get you 20, 30, 40 in a given night. We know what Mitch did because we saw him against the Nuggets that time, and he had like 3 50-point games in a 7-game series. So we know he's a dynamic force. But Darius Garland don't have to take a back seat. He's quick as lightning. He can finish it. He can get to the rim. He got a nice little mid-game. He can shoot the 3. He's extremely quick off the dribble. But these 2 bigs, like you said, Evan Mobley has expanding his game because I thought he had a lot of like an Anthony Davis type game when he came out. Now he's expanded that game. He's starting to show why they took him so high in the draft. I love this team, and you're absolutely right. I think this is the team in the East where we probably thought it was going to be maybe Milwaukee, maybe the Knicks, maybe the Sixers. I think when it's all said and done, I think it's going to be probably the Cavaliers and the Celtics that's going to decide who goes to the Eastern Conference.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Obviously,
the NBA Finals.
I know right now with the Sixers and Milwaukee, the sky's falling. But as far as the Knicks, Big Perk, you were super high on them at the end of last season prior to the trade. Where's your level of concern now?
Oh, it's through the roof. I mean, look, my blood pressure is high when I watch the New York Knicks. Are they dangerous and figuring things out offensively? Yes, they do look great offensively. Karl Anthony Towns, he's been putting up big numbers. But this is a Tom Thibodeau-led team, Shannon, Molly.
Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau is known for what? His team are known for being pests defensively and having one of the best defensive teams in the league. These Knicks that I'm watching, that's not it. That's not it. And it's concerning because you have to defend at a high level. And I know that they're missing guys, right? But even bringing those guys back who's going to be vital and key to their success, I still don't see that moving the needle. And I have to give some love to Brian Windhorst because Wendy did say this. He said, Perk, I like this Knicks team. I don't like them for this year. I like them next year and the year after next. They're built for the next 2 years, not this year. And he was on to something because he's absolutely right.
All right, we'll leave it there. Perk, you go get
Perk,
a
when
snack.
you look at it, and you're right defensively, but that's not what Karl Anthony Towns. I read a stat last night on Nightcap that the guys are shooting 32 of 35 against Cat in the restricted area. That's 91.4%.
God bless
That's absurd. I'm not saying that he needs to be Ben Wallace. I'm not saying that he needs to be what Dikembe, rest his soul, Dikembe Mutombo. But Perk, you can't allow guys to shoot 32 or 35 against you. Damn, come on, Cat, you're better than that. Now we know what he can give us offensively. Nobody was ever going to mistake him as one of these elite level defenders. He's a guy that wants to shoot the three. He can put the ball on the floor and finish at the rim. But he's got to do a better job against bigs of defending the paint. That can't happen. And it starts with him. If you're there, the big bodega, you got to give Brunson some help, because when guys get beat and they go into the rim, it's basically a layup line. Come on, you can't have that, bro.